Why do you think so many men are traveling overseas to find wives in other countries?
Men are traveling overseas to find wives. Why? I'm right here. I'm single.
No,
Why? I want to be married.
Bruh.
Who's stopping you? Nobody's stopping you. Go get your husband then.
Right, but I'm saying, do you typically see women traveling overseas to
If men
find
are
husbands?
traveling overseas to countries that have less money and less education, it's because they want a woman who is dependent on them for their livelihood, for their resources, to have a good life. And I don't think that that is a good thing.
What?
That's the way it's always been. This is not new. As a man, your job is to protect and provide. Is she trying to tell us that Western women don't need our resources? Get the F out of here. I'm going to say this again. If she doesn't need you, then there's no reason for you to be around.
When you pay attention to the passport bros, like they're getting women from like the DR, Colombia,
Yes.
The Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education.
Wait. Excuse me? Uneducated? Girl, have you been to the Philippines? Filipinos are very smart. And a lot of Filipinos are nurses, teachers, doctors, lawyers. And you're calling us uneducated?
Hey you, American woman who degrading Filipino woman who cannot speak English and being poor. So what? At least we have morals. What about you?
I mean, there's a reason why guys are going overseas to marry those quote-unquote poor and uneducated women over you. That's because they offer a lot more than you do.
Like Andrew Tate, when he talks about how women in Romania are so much better. Like, what woman in this country is like, oh my God, I need to start acting like Romanian women? And this is no shade on Romanian women, but I promise you, no woman ever is like, oh, here's a horrible man that's threatening to leave. I better change.
To be honest, it really doesn't take much to be better than those women.
These passport dudes, which I just learned was a thing, are the funniest ever because they think they're so important that like that's a threat. That's a threat. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go find women somewhere else. Then go. Nobody's stopping you. Just go.
You are the reason why American men, they go out overseas and looking for a wife.
Those guys are gone, but guess what? More guys are going to be going too. That being said, before you go, guys, just do yourself a favor. Just do some research before you go. Try to learn as much as you can. Learn about the food. Learn about the laws. Learn about the culture. I mean, learn about where you're going to go to.
What does that say about you that you have to take the time to get a passport to like go somewhere else to meet people that like you?
What's so funny about this? That's what you're supposed to do. If you gotta go overseas to get a decent wife, that's exactly what you should do. The real question should be, what does that say about you, Western women? That men have to leave you to find women overseas.
And honestly, I think everybody should go out and see the world. So this is like an all-around win. And like, what do they think is going to happen? That they're gonna bring these women back to the States, and then the women here are going to be like, oh, they have these amazing men, and like, if only I had been more traditional.
Nope.
If only I had been more subservient.
Nope.
She doesn't have a ring on her finger, which tells me that she's not a wife. This also shows me that nobody chose her, and that's probably for a reason. She wouldn't be making this video if she had a husband.
If only I would have acted more like a housekeeper or slave.
Stop the cap.
Then maybe I could have won that prize. I love it how guys out themselves. Like, I love this app so much because you just see like, oh, you are another horrible person. I will continue on my journey without horrible people. Thank you very much.
Western women are confused. They don't get it. I know it doesn't apply to all of you, but most of you don't get it. I mean, here's the reason why nobody chose her. Cleaning your house does not make your housekeeper. Everybody does it.
Dear passport boys, dear passport bros, stop calling yourself passport boys and passport bros. Are you going to the Philippines to look for a Filipina queen or what? So stop calling yourself passport boys and passport bros. Start calling yourself passport kings.
We've seen a lot of Western women attacking Filipinas in the past few months, and Filipinas are not playing around anymore. To be honest, there's no competition.
That's right. You are a passport kings. Now, if you're going to the Philippines to just pack around, pull around, screw around as many women as you want, then call yourself passport bros and passport boys. Otherwise, if you want to go to the Philippines to look for a Filipina queen and she will treat you like a king, then you better start calling yourself passport king. Understood? Good.
She's right. If you get a nice Filipina, she'll treat you right.
The truth is, these American men are trying to be rescued from you, Karen.